Your last HVAC service call cost you $400. About $4 of that was refrigerant. The other $396 was the 7 minutes you spent inside making coffee instead of standing in the garage. A retired HVAC inspector in Phoenix, 28 years in the trade, has been called to verify other contractors' work on 400 homes since he retired. His finding: 30% of invoices match the actual work performed. The other 70% include parts that weren't installed, refrigerant that wasn't added, or diagnostics that weren't attempted. Every single homeowner in that 70% was inside the house during the service call. 3 out of 10 invoices match the work. 7 out of 10 don't. The variable isn't the company, it isn't the price, it's whether you're standing in the garage. Here's the first thing you do, starting with your next service call. Be in the garage when they arrive, open the door, offer water, stay nearby. You don't need to know HVAC. I just like to learn how things work covers it. The tech who's planning to bill for work he won't do will ask you to go inside. The tech who isn't will say, stick around if you want. That single change, being present, flips the 30-70 split. That inspector told me, when the homeowner watched, the work was clean. When the homeowner stayed inside, 70% of the invoices didn't match. That's not a coincidence. That's the entire industry in 2 numbers. HVAC is the only trade in your home where the work happens where you never go. The corner of the garage, the side of the house, the attic. Every other trade works in plain view. Plumbers under your sink, electricians at the panel. HVAC techs are the only ones who ask you to leave, and the reason isn't high voltage. The tech doesn't need privacy to do honest work. The tech needs privacy to bill for work he didn't do. One of our viewers in Tampa, brand new system, 14 months old, compressor dead, hired this same inspector type to figure out what happened. The installer never purged the lines with nitrogen during brazing. Copper oxide flakes ground the compressor bearings down from the inside. The install was $9,000. The replacement was $5,200. The nitrogen tank that would have prevented it cost the installer $30 to rent. That's the shortcut we're going to start with. Shortcut 1, no nitrogen purge during brazing. This is the most damaging shortcut on the list. Whenever a tech brazes a copper refrigerant line, the inside of that copper must be flushed with nitrogen gas during the entire weld. Without it, heat reacts with oxygen inside the line and creates copper oxide flakes, microscopic, black, brittle. Those flakes flow through your system and grind your compressor's bearings down over 5 to 10 years. The compressor doesn't die in year 1, it dies in year 7, long after anyone connects the failure to the install. Watch for one thing. Is there a green nitrogen tank connected to the line, set with a hose running into it while the tech brazes? If yes, correct. If no, every joint he just welded has copper oxide inside it, and you just bought a compressor failure on a calendar. That inspector, 8 out of 10 premature compressor failures I inspect came from a no-purge braze upstream. The install was the murder. The compressor just took a few years to die. Shortcut 2. The phantom refrigerant top-off. Refrigerant is a closed system. It does not get used up. If your level is low, you have a leak. Adding more without finding the leak is a $400 temporary fix, and your system will be low again in 90 days. The check? If the invoice says added refrigerant and the tech was on site less than 30 minutes, no leak search happened. If the pressure readings aren't written on the invoice, no real diagnostic happened. You paid $400 for $4 of gas and a future callback. Shortcut 3. The capacitor swap that never happened. Capacitors cost the tech $8 wholesale. They get billed at $200 to $400 installed. Some techs replace working capacitors. Others charge for the swap and leave the original in. The fix is simple. Ask to see the old capacitor before they leave. Photograph it. Ask to see the new one. Photograph that. If the tech can't show you both, the swap either didn't happen or didn't need to. That inspector's test: hand the old part to your kid. If the kid asks why one has dust and the other looks brand new, you've got your answer. 2 more things, both free. Record the first 10 minutes of every service call, phone in your hand, casual angle, just the diagnostic phase. When the tech opens the panel and connects gauges. In most states, recording on your own property requires no consent. Verify your state before any service call. If the tech objects to being recorded on your property, that itself is the answer. Ask for every replaced part, every capacitor, contactor, motor. Can you leave the old one with me? Honest techs hand it over without thinking. Dishonest techs suddenly remember a company policy about core charges that requires returning old parts to the office. That policy doesn't exist. That inspector put it plainly, the single best HVAC consumer protection in America is a homeowner standing 6 feet away with a phone. It costs nothing. It changes everything. That tech with the $4 can. Same tech, same can, same $400 line item. The only variable is whether you're 6 feet away with a phone. When the homeowner watched, the work was clean. When the homeowner stayed inside, the invoice matched 30% of the time. That's the entire industry in 2 numbers. The garage is yours. Stand in it.